So at the end of 2024, my wife, after 27 years, had had enough. She was ready to leave corporate America. She said she'd like to do that by the end of 2025. So that was going to be a transition, obviously a psychological transition, because, you've been getting up and going to work for 27, 35 years, and now you're not. So that's a challenge in and of itself. But the other challenge was going to be financial, because my wife was in her late 50s. So there's no pension involved. And we were going to have to live on one salary, mine. I planned to keep working for a little while. And honestly, I made less than my wife. So we had to understand, hey, how much do we need every month? Can my salary cover for hers? Utilities, groceries, food, car repairs, home repairs, all the necessities, and some of the unforeseen things. HVAC goes out, car needs tires, the insurance, the homeowners, the car, the taxes, all those things. So, hey, if you're new to this channel, great. Subscribe to it, because we're going to talk about the journey. My name's Joe. This is Level Headed Money. We're going to talk about retirement journeys, the transition, and all the various things that go with it, whether it be estate planning, rollovers, pensions, Social Security, IRMA, Medicare, IRMA. We're going to talk about our journey, my journey, our journey. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just about the experience that I've had, and maybe you've had something too. So, subscribe, ask questions. Let's have a discussion. Let's go through this together. So back to our situation. So what did we do? Well, what I did was I said, we have to understand how much we need every month. It's not how much you have, in my opinion. It's about how much you need. Need is more important than how much you have. So I downloaded a budgeting app. And if you're curious about the app or have questions about the app, ask those in the comments. So I downloaded an app, created categories, and started tracking our expenses. I did this, probably January of 25, I started this. Started tracking things, whether it's necessity or unnecessary, all the expenses. And I didn't do this to be restrictive. I did it for us to have the information to be free, to anxiety free, to know that, hey, we can do this. I created sinking funds also. Sinking funds to say, hey, I know the insurance bill's due every June. I know the homeowners' taxes are due every September. So I created sinking funds to put money into those sinking funds every month. And what we come to find out is, we can do this. My salary would cover it, and what it wouldn't cover, if it was an emergency, of course, we would pull from our emergency fund. And if it was, pleasure or non-emergency, and it was over and above our normal expenses, we pull it from our savings. But again, it wasn't about being restricted. It was about being knowledgeable to understand, hey, can we do this or not? Because I got to tell you, when she said it, I got anxious. I wasn't sure because, she had her own insurance. So I had to add her to my insurance, which would reduce my take-home pay. All those various things were going through my head. So I said, we got to get the facts. Facts are our friends. So we did it. And as of the end of December 2025, she is no longer working at corporate America. It's been 6 months. We're still sticking to that budget. We're still watching our money. And again, I got to be honest. It has not been restrictive. It has been empowering. Don't treat budgets as a handcuff. Treat them as something to empower you. Like I said, we're going to talk about our journey. I plan on at least doing one of these videos a week. I'll do some short videos in between, but the long videos will be about our journey, about moving to a single income, my preparation, our preparation, whether it's about estates, 401s, IRMA, Social Security. We're going to talk about it all, about our journey. And we would love to hear from you about your journey and maybe things you've experienced or things that you want to know, how did we deal with that? And, we'll make it a discussion. If I get asked something that we think is relevant for everyone to hear, then we're going to talk about it. We're going to remove the hype. We're going to remove the panic. We're going to stay calm, level-headed, and be fact-based. So again, hit the subscribe, ask me questions, and let's go through this together. We all have experiences. We'll learn from them, whether it be good or bad, and we'll move forward. But most of all, what we're going to do, we're going to stay level-headed. We'll see you next time.